It's weird because a lot of these people, they come out here every day and they don't want to be. It's like they don't want to. They don't want the attention that they're giving. You can you can be a real gentle-hearted person, um, and you start to like look up to a person. You start seeing this person as like some type of leader in your life. They're leading some type of um they're leading in an area. You're trouble. You're very troublesome in this area. So you look to this person, not going and going I mean not going and intentionally looking for something, but you find what you need in this person, and this person just doesn't give you, it's like they don't want to help. You don't understand why this person is giving you such discomfort when you look to when all this like this person gave you discomfort, but now you feel discomfort looking to this person anymore because this person is looking to you as if you're a problem, but you brought yourself out here. And what do you expect from anyone that is out here? What do you expect? What do you expect to get when you put yourself out there and people start coming around? People start listening to you. What do you expect? And then when these people start actually listening to you, now you want to put on some type of defense mechanism. You want to use some type of tool to make them go away. Don't allow your spiritual gifts, your your spiritual gifts or your creative tools become a weapon against the wrong person or the wrong people. Don't allow these things that you cherish so much become a weapon. What's that saying? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. They use that a lot. A lot of people use that a lot. That's the thing. These very weapons are prospering just because some people with good intentions. They just going out here and they doing. They're living their life free spiritly, and they're just going out here and being them. And then there's these bad people that go out here and do stuff like a sorcerer or a person to trick. A lot of tricksters. You know, a lot of immature spirits coming to do evil, coming to do wrong. Evil mind. What's the evil mind? An evil mind is nothing but, an immature heart. They don't care for no one. So all they're doing is, they like to see people crumble. They like to see people fall. They like to take other people's position. They like to take on another person's role or other people's positions just because they want to be in that position. They see somebody else doing better, so I'm gonna flick my wand and throw on my cape, and boom, they gonna disappear, and I'm gonna be in a position. Tricksters, they trick, people into getting what they want, not what the person want, but what the other person, what they want. They trick people out of their position so that they can take that position. They don't care about how much work you put in. They don't care about life. They just care about having fun. And if it takes for me to have fun, for me to take your spot, for me to have fun, because it's not fun in my spot. I didn't do anything in my spot. There's nothing fun about my position. So I'm going to take your position, and I'm going to have fun in your position. Not caring about how I affect you in the end. Tricksters. They do that. That's kind of off topic, though. It's a little bit off topic. It's not all the way off topic. One time in one of my videos, I mentioned that I can see this world as, actually, I think that video got deleted, and a lot of that, what I wanted to say, it kind of, I don't know what happened to that video. Oh, it wouldn't load. But I said that I see the world as monsters. That movie, Monsters Inc. That was my favorite movie as a kid growing up. Just because the little girl was so adorable. And then my favorite monster was, I don't know his name. But he had the one eye. And he was an alien. But I just feel like when you grow up and you're at a point where life just isn't amusing to you anymore, life becomes, just life, and you're waking up to what the world really is. It's like you see all these people as, magicians. They play tricks with the mind, and it's like it was never about love. It was never about caring. It was never about, none of that. It was always about the game. It was always about, it's about competition. You know, you see all these people in thick skin and you wonder who is beneath. Who is the person beneath? It's nothing to wonder about anymore. Because they just in it. They're in it for the scare. That's what I was thinking about Monsters Inc. They're in it for the scare. You know, scare you away. When you put yourself into a when you involve yourself into something, you gotta understand that it's gonna be a challenge. You know, you can go in there, you know, without any intention, and you come out, and you know, with all these intentions, with all these bags and stuff like that. But it was never your plan, you know. And now you have a plan. It just comes out of the blue. It comes out of nowhere. It's about the scare. Monsters Inc. Like I never really thought about that movie in that way until now. Monsters Inc. It's about the scare. You know, because when you start feeling something, then it becomes, you know, something more. You tend not to care about anything else, but that's when, you know, you're working on behalf of other people now. I'm kind of trying to remember the movie. It was a snake, and then there was a snake, and then there was a guy with three eyes down in the basement. Um, and they was just plotting and scheming on to how to what his name was. I got his name at the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of what his name was. Um, is it Sebastian? That might be his name. But they was plotting and scheming on just that person because he was so up there, you know. Um, and they was jealous of him because they could never, you know, break his record. They couldn't break his record, so they tried everything. Um, so yeah, it was them. Those, I guess, I'm naming the main characters, but what else was in that movie? And this didn't like it seemed like they didn't become, you know, they didn't want revenge. They didn't want revenge on him until he started, you know, it he really didn't care too much about winning anymore. You know, it became just a thing for him. He took away his passion for scaring. That's when they start coming at him the most. You know, I feel like he became vulnerable because of that one little girl behind that door. So he was at a vulnerable state, and that's when they felt, you know, this was their chance to really attack them. I mean, really get them out the game like they really wanted to, but they didn't have the opportunity. So you can see, like, previously, once you watch the movie, they don't really start attacking, you know, him. They don't attack him until he starts to become vulnerable for the little girl behind the door. That's when they start attacking him the most. You know, taking this spot, this and that. You know, they probably did want the little girl, but at the same time, it was like killing two birds. Killing a bird, killing two birds with one stone. You know, they wanted the little girl. They wanted that little girl's door, but at the same time, they wanted to be in his position as well. So it's like, you know, get in their way regardless of the situation. It's kind of foggy about what the little girl. It's kind of foggy about the little girl though. Um, What did they want with that little girl? Because none of this started happening until the little girl came about. Now, I feel like they always had that vengeance inside of them, but it really didn't burst out until, you know, oh, basically, they seen that little girl as a weakness. His weakness, they used her as, bait, I guess, to get what they wanted done. You know, I feel like that's what it was. But at the same time, it's like they was willing to throw them out just so so that they can get that little girl's door. It was something about that little girl's door, and I don't think I ever figured that out. Like they boss became he turned into this from this cheerful person to this dark, this dark creature. And it was something about that door. Even when they got rid of the door. I think it was jealousy. I think it was jealousy. Because he cared so much about that little girl behind that door. And it wasn't just because it may have been because it was interfering with his job performance. It may have been that. But why would you, crush something that meant so much if you cared about that person? That's what I'm saying. It was all about the performance. That they really didn't care about that guy. Because if you really cared about somebody, you wouldn't take away, what something that means so much to them. You wouldn't take that away. So they didn't care about how he felt. They didn't care about his heart. They just cared about his performance. I want my employee to give that scare. They cared about his performance. They didn't care about none of that. So they was doing everything in their power to get rid of this door, get rid of the girl, That's what the boss's intentions was. But for that snake and that nerd looking guy with the three eyes and glasses, I think their intention was different, Although they wanted to take that position, I feel like their intention with the girl was different. With that door, I think the snake wanted to eat her or something. I don't know. I forgot. I don't know what his intentions was. But yeah. Yeah. It's a scary place, Putting yourself out there is definitely a scary thing. For the people that, that's just going out, like going outside and you're just now coming out, it's a scary thing because you've been cooped up for so long. It's like, what's different? What changed? Some people don't think about that when they go out there. They don't think about, what was different. They just walk out there and just let it be. You know. But it's just, it's different. It's disappointing to those who just, pick a fight with the wrong people. They just pick a fight and it's like this person is just like, I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you. No. It is what it is. I'm not about to fight you. And then that's the thing. That's what teaches you to defend yourself. That's what teaches you to become a fighter, is when they take it too far. Like, okay, you're not fighting me, so I'm gonna do all these things to you to where I'm gonna get you to fight me. No, you're going to fight me, so I'm gonna keep doing these. I'm gonna keep picking, and I'm gonna keep picking, and I'm gonna keep picking at you until you fight me, and that's when you become a fighter. Because then you become tired. You taking all them punches, and then you know something in you just, I'm tired. That fire just burns, and then you start fighting back, and that's when you become a fighter. When you get tired of taking them hits.